One question I get a lot is how loud is the Concept 2 BikeErg? So what I'm going to do in this video is I've pulled up a sound level app on my iPhone here, which I'm going to place on the handlebars, and I'm going to write at different intensities. I'm going to let you know how hard I'm going, and you're going to be able to see in real time on the screen what decibel level we're going to be reaching. So I'm going to get started. I'm starting the app now, and as you can tell, I guess first we can establish a baseline with just my voice. So you can see that me talking is at about 50 decibels. And yeah, so that's my voice as you can see it here on the screen. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna set myself at about 100 watts, which is a nice and easy pace. And I'm gonna stop talking so we can see what the volume level actually is. All right, so as you can see here, I was about 110 watts, and I was holding steady around 45, 50 decibels. So definitely a little bit lower than what my actual speaking voice might be here next to this device. Now I'm gonna bump up the intensity a little bit. I'm gonna push it to 200 watts and see what the device tells us here. So that was 200 watts on the bike, and that was about 47 dBs. Now let's bump it up to 300 and see what comes out of it. I'll do a sprint at the end as well so we can see what, how high it might get when we go hard on this bike. So let's go for 300, not for too long though, because it's gonna start getting hard. 300 for a few seconds, and let's see what the sound level is like. Okay, 300 watts, above that 50 decibel mark. So still in the green here on this app, and I'll put the scale on the screen for you just after, but I guess it's still less than the sound of my voice. So that's something to keep into account. We're just about the same, I guess, depending on how loud I'm speaking and how tired I'm getting from riding the bike. Now, let's push some watts here, and let's see how high we can push the device here in terms of sound levels. So this is about where I want to be here. Let's go. Whew. Okay, so that was about 800 watts. And what I saw on there was about 70 decibels, which is getting into the yellows. So it's getting loud. But again, that was 800. Personally, I will not be riding 800 consistently anytime soon. So this is about how loud it gets when you're going hard. You can obviously go higher than 800 watts. I wanted to try and maintain something so we could have a look at the sound. So this is how high it's actually going to get. So I'd say you would have a range at the very low intensities. You would be around right around 40 decibels all the way to about 70, 75, maybe pushing 75, 80 if you're in full sprint mode above 1,000 watts. But let's say that the range of sound on this machine seems to be between 40 and 75 decibels. So here you go. That's how loud the BikeErg is. I personally ride with music or podcasts most of the time, so I don't really mind the sound, but for people around you, it might be good to know. If you enjoyed this video and you want to get access to the complete free guide that I put together about the concept to BikeErg, you can click on the link in the description of this video to get access to all the resources and all the video that I created around this great training tool. Here you go. Have a fantastic day.